Either way, the point is, what I've done is I've now installed, now that I'm back up here, 2 welders to the back of the ship. If we had 6-way connectors with large piping, we could just do that and then have 4 lickety-split. But unfortunately, if we were to want to add more, we'd have to do something like this and then have the pipe go down, and then once it's down, have a 4-way thing like that, and then have them off the top, and then have a 3-way sort of thing there at the bottom, or have it come off there and then have a 3-way. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Either way, we got that. Now all we need to do is just grind down these welders at the front, which of course our inventory is full, so put everything we just took back, empty our inventory into here, save ourselves a little bit of trouble, I think. There we go, get those nice and empty like, grind these down, and then of course put the grinders in the front, so we'll have a nice grinding section right at the front of the ship, and hopefully we'll be able to make some progress, because now we're just going to go ahead and gather up all the supplies from the front of it. Well, not from the front, from our base. Cool. Grinder, grinder, check, check. Awesome, we did have enough stuff from grinding down the welders. That's nice to see that almost like their components are interchangeable, really. That's kind of interesting. I like that. I like that. Oh no, look, because this one takes more motors. Oh no, we're doomed. We're doomed forever. We'll never get it done. We won't be able to find enough motors. There's no hope for humanity. All hope has been lost. We are doomed. Oh, look, I found some more motors. How fantastic. Who would have thought there'd be more motors up inside the main facility? Wow, that's really unsurprising at all. Huh, great. Cool, so now we got our grinders. We can go ahead and just grind down everything. So we'll have 1,000,001 supplies. Let's just check. How is the production of uranium going? Uranium. Look at that. We actually have some ingots. That really helped to put those... make more stuff on there. What is it? Effectiveness? They're more effective. They're not more productive at making stuff. They're more effective at making stuff. Woo! Okay, cool. So we got our grinders, so we can now just go ahead and annihilate everything under the sun that we don't want to use currently. Ignore that stupid bridgeway that we got there to get back up. And yes, I am going the long way around the base because I don't want to go under it. I don't trust it. Under it? Over it. Or I don't trust myself. See, look at that. Much quicker. Gathering our supplies. Isn't that nice, you know? Jesus Christ. They need an upgrade path for grinders on ships and stuff. Because, really, it still takes forever. And if you had, like, a tier whatever, a max tier hand grinder, I think they're about as quick as 4 of these dang things. I think you'd be able to make it super quick. I don't know. There is still a massive benefit of doing it this way because then you get all that inventory space. That makes sense. And of course, I can just keep adding more of these damn things on there. It's just, I'm a grumpy butts, aren't I? I'm a grumpy Don't you start randomly sinking ship. You start sinking, it better be because your inventory's full and we're all about to die in a terrible, terrible way. Not because you just randomly decided you want to start sinking. Urgh. Grumpy, say just grumpy. Oh, I bet there's stuff in this container, is there? Are we going to see a bunch of stuff fall onto the floor? Oh, nope. Nope, we got lucky there. God on the heaven made a big old smile. Oh, I've lost a grinder. There, grinder is back. Now all I've got to do is add it back to the group. Yay! You know, I've just had a decision. Just now, while working, I moved in the cockpit. I don't like where it is. I do not like where it is. It's up in the top. It looks ugly. I mean, it's just... Oh, look, you floating piece of flim. You floating piece of flim. Do you see that block? It just decided on the fly. Watch this, too. If I do escape, and then I press escape again, the ship starts dropping. You see that? Escape, escape. Ship starts dropping. What the heck is that with that? Anyway, I've decided just now, I don't like where the cockpit is so much. I'm actually going to go ahead, hovering piece of flame, and move it right now, and disable those, because we don't want those spinning like crazy while we're out here hovering about. Let's check our hydrogen. Okay, we got more than enough hydrogen. Just get it done. Cool. Let's drop everything off right in here. Now let's grind this down. Let's grind down this random cockpit. Oh, we're going to grind down the vent first, because we don't want the vent just falling to the ground. Oh, look, I think they might have updated it. The vent isn't taking 300 years anymore. I think they might have done it. They finally updated the vent's grinding times. Thank God. Sure, I got like a tier 2 or 3, you know, choppy chop machine. But the point is, that vent didn't take forever. It used to take forever. I hated small ship vents. They were so annoying. I feel so much better to have that cockpit removed. And of course, I'm sure you've already guessed that we're putting the cockpit right here. I do not want to sing that at all. Yeah, look at that. We're going to have a cockpit right there. We're going to have the vent on the front of it again. Ooh, just like that. Cool. And why am I moving it there? I'm clearly taking it one of the spots that was supposed to be for a thruster. Well, it's plain and simple is I just want it off of the top so that it's not sticking up like this silly thing that's about to explode and kill us all. That's basically the gist of it. It's just taking forever to weld this up, though. What the heck? I mean, I also moved the dang thing because I didn't like the way it looked up there. And it wasn't just the fact that it can nick something and instantly go flying off, as did happen before maybe a specific reload. But the fact that it just looked ugly. It looked like a slug head. You know, it was like a big slug with almost a human torso at the top of it or something silly was happening there. And the giant flying sausage is not supposed to have a slug head on the end of it. That's just kind of weird. I mean, why would you want something like that? Let's hop in here. Let's go ahead, select that vent, and set it on to depressurize. That way it's going to be sucking air in. Good. Very good. Awesome. Let's even save. Look at that. Progress saved. And of course that took us into a menu for a second. By the way, if you go into a menu and then escape, look. I fly upwards when that happens. Up, up, up. That doesn't add up to a bunch more, but look. Up. All I'm doing is pressing escape. What the funk is happening in this universe? Oh, much better. Oh, much better having that cockpit shifted. Whew. I feel much better about that. Of course, now I still need to reinstall that light that we had there, don't I? Don't I? And of course I'm making room here. That way we can actually have, well, a view. We're going to leave this here. How's it look? That doesn't obscure too much. We'll leave it there for now, eh? Because it's see-through. It's actually not it's not that annoying. Having it light, though, I don't know. This could be extremely annoying. If it makes a big glare. Did they say they reduced the glare in the patch notes? Huh? Did they say that? Did they say that? I don't think they did. Maybe they mentioned something about it, but I don't think they did. Let's go ahead and look, shall we? Got the components we need to finish off our shiny little light. Hop in our cockpit. Doesn't look like there's a terrible glare at all, actually. Maybe they did improve it. Maybe they made progress. Good. Either way, the point is, I got my lights, and now I've moved my cockpit, so it's not going to be at the chance of shearing off every millisecond. Hi, hydrogen tank. We're coming for you. So I just found out something silly. Look at this. There's 4 of them in the weapons and tools. I was confused about that. Look at this. If you use the first 2, they're grayed out down there at the bottom. They're grayed out. Like they're useless. What the shizzle whizzle. There we go. Ground down the O2 tanks that were sitting there. Oh, look, a random cargo container with vent. I wonder what might happen if we were to go ahead and dig ourselves into this. Might it have some random oxygen tanks simply sitting inside? Oh no, wow. Oh wow, it's amazing. Did you see that, guys? The O2 tank actually, or the air vent actually fell to the ground instead of magically hovering into the air. That was unexpected. Let's see. Do we still have those pipes intact there? See, I'm tempted to leave the center pipe down the bottom there for the time being, simply because we installed that one welder over here to the side. And we could, of course, still use that welder to weld up, I don't know, a mining ship or something like that if we decided to toss one together really quickly. And then again, with that said, we could also just use this ship in the fact that it has a welding system at the back now. Let's go ahead and check our reactors. We got that's all in our cockpit now. Because our cockpit's tied into it, we could now use the Control G thing and actually build efficiently. But look at this, we got all this stuff in our cargoes now. We got a fair amount of motors, a bunch of other stuff. Let's actually go ahead and see really quickly if we could hover this thing around. Oh, it's so difficult to control with the mouse sometimes. Yeah, aim down a little bit, hover you about, turn on the welders at the back. Now let's see if we can get some more of this stuff attached. Now I just gotta remember the left and right controls are reversed. If I don't remember that, we're going to get ourselves in a small bit of trouble. Oh, do we have enough? Do we have enough? Nope, I don't think we got enough. It's making progress, but I don't think it's gonna finish. Yeah, you see, it's stalled. Oh, unexpected that was. Very unexpected. I am very pleased though. Sweet. Swiss Geez, so these actually made it. They actually got done. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and check our reactors here. How much was it? 4 and 1. Wow. Time to dock up and gather whatever. Shit. I forgot it was reversed. Whatever we can. Let's also disable that. I'm going to hop out really quickly. Go ahead and grab from here. And type in main, because we got our main cargo for this thing as well. All those. Bunch of you. Put some of you back. What else do we need? Small steel tubes. So we got anything? Yes, sirree. Bob. We do got some of them. And then we're going to need 1 interior plate at least, because we're going to do some piping really quickly. Put some of them back. Grab as many of those as we can. Crazy. Only 4, eh? And then we're going to need to install this as well, but that should be pretty easy. So yeah, let's finish this piping real quick. There. Right there. That's how all this needs to go. Cool. Yeah, so you got all that, and then you got all that, and now we just need construction components and interior plates to finish those 2 up. And then these 2 new refineries will be functional. Yay! Of course, there is an issue with our power. As I'm sure you might have heard there a second ago, we had that of the machines straining. That's something we're going to have to deal with pretty soon, I think. We'll probably work into maybe upgrading our solar farm. Maybe. There we go. So now that's all done. We have 2 hydrogen generators. But this thing still isn't done, rather unfortunately. We still need to get... Oh god, I didn't need to put those supplies in there. We still need to finish that, and then also we still need to finish these 2 things as well. But motors and steel tubes is all it's actually going to take to finish these up. And then we'll just go ahead basically and find the other large cargo container for the main facility, grind that down, and then just use it to build that one up, and we'll be done, really. I'm sure you might have seen something terrible happening right there. Did you guys see that? What did I say? It was motors and large steel tubes? There we go. So we got both those up and running. Awesome. Let's go ahead and check the amount of uranium we got. We got 6 in there. And then let's just type in refinery. And that should bring us to all of our refineries. There we go. And 5 in there. Cool. So that's 11. We're not going to load it all into here. Actually, we're going to take some of it down to this son of a gun right here. We're actually going to go ahead and put about 5 into this. And we're going to turn this on because if you heard, we were having some issues out there. That's why I was sort of mentioning in passing. Like, if we look at this light, it's flickering like crazy because we were not really getting enough power. At night we'll be fine because I'll turn those batteries on, but during the day I still want the, there we go. I still want the power mainly coming from solar and I guess now that reactor. There we go, you can hear now everything's silenced down. Yeah, it's just working now. And this should also increase our output because the power's not going to be freaking the frack out anymore. Yay! Okay, so let's also go ahead now and simply take you. We need to get you up and running. So let's find the large cargo container in this facility. And actually, while we're at it, hey, gas refuel from bottles. We need to go ahead and find the hydrogen generator. What? What? Oh, it's oxygen generator. Okay, and it's not showing the one I thought it was going to show. Either way. So, whatever. Here, where are all these stored? Oh, they're all in the secondary container. Whoops. Anyway, we need some more of those, and we'll put these guys in there. Cool. Yeah, once we get some ice, a lot of stuff is going to be kicking off. We need to probably go ahead and... not sure yet. Either way, though, we got that stuff all set. We just need to find that cargo container, don't we? So, let's go looking around. Aha! There it is. Found it on the outside. Pretty simple find, actually. So let's go ahead, get our welding ship, welding, grinding, happy dappy, the flying sausage, and just take it over there and grind it down. And yeah, let's just not deal with using a mouse and keyboard. Let's just use our WASD and whatnot. Which might have been a mistake, since we're now floating way off target. While we're at it, if we wanted, if we really could, just go ahead and grind down... Well, maybe not all of this, because this heavy metal takes an age. We get all those, you know, nice steel plates we want, but it takes an eon to do it. Steel plates and also metal grids, because metal grids are actually a bit difficult to come by, honestly. I think they might actually even take something silly like platinum. That can't be right. Surely not. But either way, they can be very annoying to come by, but... We could also go ahead and grind down the grinder pit. I'm sure we'd get a nice amount of motors over there. The Lord is my shepherd, and he shall save me from the demons that come afore thee. Demons are dancing and run. Listen to the song of the Aish Honda. Da 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 da. If you are wise, you will listen to me. Ah, it's time for the Oompa Loompa song. A Coca-Cola commercial. Yeah, Coca-Cola commercial. Yeah. I like the new one. Oh Lord, what the fuck is this bullshit, man? No, 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 nine. Every single bottom thruster? Every single bottom thruster gone? Come on. Let me keep at least one bottom thruster. You've got to be shitting me. Every single bottom thruster. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Ha! Okay, so I've been reloading for let my frame rate recover first. So, I've been reloading the game for about 5-10 minutes because I crashed. The ship just suddenly dropped out of the sky. Because remember how I said, hey, I'm going to put 5 uranium in the main reactor for the whole place, the whole facility, and then I was going to put some in this one. I never did that. So I've been reloading. I couldn't bring myself because it destroyed all of the thrusters. Every single thruster on the bottom was destroyed. I just couldn't take that. So I've been reloading over and over again because the save was just before it dropped out of the sky until it hit me. All I have to do to save it is, instead of trying to do a controlled landing or landing it right before it hits the ground, all I have to do is transfer 1 uranium from here to here. I did that. Just barely. Just barely. But anyway, I did it. That's the point. It's done. And it saves the ship from exploding. Yay. Oh god, you know, I was having such a good time. I had alt-tabbed like an imbecile. I just was, you know, listening to the new Willy Wonka soundtracky bit. You know, Augustus Gloop will not tell you. Yes, he was stuck in the pipe and all that. Having a good old time. I quite like the new one. I like the old one decently, but I think I actually prefer the new one in a lot of ways. It's much darker in some respects. Then again, it has to be said that the scene in the boat in the original was actually fairly dark, as well as the kids' fates being somewhat unknown. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for sorry, Gene Wilder, but I'm a bit of a sucker for Johnny Depp and what's his name, the director. Holy heavens, Tim Burton. I quite like Tim Burton's stuff. Was ever a really big fan of the Halloween thing ages back, the stop motion thing. I admire it. I like it. Never too big of a fan of that, but Tim Burton's live action stuff I've quite liked. I particularly like Sleepy Hollow. It's a very pleasant place. I wouldn't mind living in some ways, if only the town was slightly bigger, and maybe not haunted by a headless horseman. Yeah. Anyway, it's reached that point where I'm going to reload, I guess. If something goes terribly wrong, I guess I shall reload. Unfortunately. But hey, we're still at only ×3 inventory and ×1 everything else, so there's that. You know, I was thinking before I crashed the ship and everything of maybe having a little cool scene where I'd have a bit of the music video and then it would fade into me just humming and singing it, and I'd alt-tab back in and was in such a good mood from listening to that, and then my ship fell out of the sky because of my own incompetence. Also, it's just hit me, the sun is going down in this game once again, which means it's probably going to be time to go ahead and see to it that we do have the reactor on, but let's go ahead and actually kill that reactor, shall we?